y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Come on in the room. Happy Wednesday. We are back on a new night to talk Paradise, season 2, episode 6, and I am ready. Come in the room, and y'all know how we do it. I need a rating on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best episode of season 2. What did you feel about this episode? Tyra, how are you today over there at Struggle Reviews TV? And are you ready to get into the episode?
I'm good, and I am ready. I mean, if you a side chick, then you just a side chick, girl. You can't get mad because that boy called you a side chick. But yeah, I'm ready.
He said, I don't need anything from the side piece, from one of my father's side pieces. Please be serious. Be sure to drop your rating, you guys. I'm going to say hello really quick, and then we're going to get into these slides because I have a plethora of slides, Tyra. A plethora because, not for nothing, a lot of hints were dropped this episode, and I really feel confirmed in a few things. And so I want to get that. I want to get that up off me. But Anakin, not Vader. Hey, how are you? Happy Wednesday. What's going on? J Jeter 96. Hey, Biggerford Entertainment. I believe Biggerford's covering this as well on their channel. Please go support. Tremaine, what's going on, sis? Hey, Tony T. What's going on, Randu? Hey, Desi Boo. Hey, Honey Ray Amore. What's going on? What's going on? And you did, Terrence, and we appreciate you. Love to see it. You made it to the live. What's going on, Miss Melanie? Hope you are having a great evening as well. Andrew in the building, as usual. We appreciate you, boo. Not you both look amazing. Well, thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Bookworm. Good to see you, boo. I haven't been seeing you lately. I hope all is well and you are not working too hard. Biggerford says, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. That's a strong rating. That's a strong rating. X-Men superfan Emma Frost, thank you, boo, for gifting a membership to the Sweet Peas. We appreciate you so much. Jay Jeter says, I give it an 8. Desi, I need you to come around here, okay? In this family, we are Avengers. That means we watch and we get her done. All right. So come on. Let's see who else and what's going on, sis. Hope you're doing well. 8.5. I see Melanie says a strong 9. Andrew says 8. Anakin says 8.5.
You love this show, don't you?
I mean, Honey Ray says 7. What's going on, Jazz? Hey, Aisha. Hey, Nicole. Hey, C Golden. It's a lot of y'all in here already. Well, let's not belabor the point, y'all. Let's get right into the things. What's going on, Kay Calloway? Good to see you too, boo. Haven't seen you. Good to see you. Tremaine says 7.5. So Tyra, I'm putting it in your court, boo. I want to know from you, scale of 1 to 10, because we know you tough out here in these streets. How are you rating it? Does it at least pass? Does it get a passing grade?
Man, I give it a hard 7. I give it a 7, everything just hasn't aligned for me to jump off the porch with terms like strong 9. That I'm not that impressed just yet. And I don't know if I ever needed to spend this much time with Jane, honestly. I'm here for it though. It was not a bad episode. It was if I tip the scales a little bit, I can go 7.5, but I can't give it an 8 or a 9. I'm just not where I feel like I want to be at episode 6. And then we have Xavier out here not being I don't know who Xavier that is, but that's not my Xavier. Because where we ended up in the end, I say, oh, so you just slow. Okay, it was cool. Okay, I understand. We come out of the dome and we lose our smarter particles. And that's okay. But whenever Xavier returns and it all comes together like a puzzle, I'll let y'all know what my rating is. But for right now, it's going to be a strong 7.5.
Okay, hey, that's a C. That's a cute C. Not quite a B, but it's passing. It's a passable score. I'll go with it. Nicole says 8.7. That's very specific, Nicole. I want the rationale in the chat for the 0.7 on that. C Golden
9. But you played in my face, so you got 7.7.
C Golden says 7.5. A shout out to X-Men superfan Emma Frost dropping another membership. Be sure to claim your membership, all right? And drop your Discord username so we can add you to the collective and you can be a part. Lynn says 8. Good to see you, boo. 8. Danny said it was high, but it was not at 7 out of 10.
My people. My people be knowing. Danny know what it is. No.
Jazz says 9 with an exclamation point. She meant that thing. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Jazz says, I can't stand that mailman. Okay. I think those are the ratings for now. Scale of 1 to 10, Lord Ashley, why do you put yourself in this predicament? I had to watch this a second time to feel that. If I can be honest with you, my first watch, I was very annoyed that this whole episode was centering Jane. But up on second watch, I do think I got some clues. I got some tips. I have some new theories. And so for that reason, I'm going to set it at an 8.2. I thought it was above average slightly. But it was not, but it was not perfection. Them 0.2 points was for apple pie a la mode at the end. That was for Link exclusively being fine in the sand and in the desert, Tyra.
You can't do that. That does not matter.
I can do what I'm grown, Tyra. Listen, I'm an independent woman of the 90s. I can do what I want. But overall thoughts, narratively speaking, I want to know about pace, and I want to know, just as far as the narrative this episode, what were your overall thoughts in how the story is progressing for us?
I mean, it's progressing. It's progressing slower than I thought it would at this point. I do appreciate this. I never thought I needed to know more about Jane until we did. I think we all just accepted the crazy the first season when it was like, you know what? It all could have been okay if you would have just gave me that we. It was like, what? What you mean? You just give me, I just need the we. And we can all just walk away from this calmly. I don't have to drop no more bodies if y'all just give me the we access in the dome. It's like, okay, she's crazy. Some screws are loose, but I didn't know that we were gonna maybe give her this much depth. I think it's layered in a way to add intrigue beyond. I needed more with Jane other than, oh, you got to look out for that. She's the one. She's smarter than us all. It's very obvious it was her. I just didn't know it because she was playing it so cool. Jane is just that one. I was like, no, she's not. We're not going to make everybody around Jane slow to be that one. But if there's a bigger purpose for Jane all along since birth that we didn't know about, I can get into that. Just make it make sense, because how she's been able to cruise down there with just unequivocally, oh my God, I feel very attacked right now. I still want to get down here. Another president is gone under my watch near me, but I don't know what's going on down here. I am a white woman, dear Mr. Hampton type energy. Make it make sense. And I feel like they assisted us in that and gave some weight to her that I didn't know that we needed. Did I need it the whole episode? Maybe not, but I'm not going to argue about that.
Overall thoughts in terms of the story, I do think it gets us closer to whatever this big reveal is going to be. There were a lot of tidbits, a lot of things that came out this episode that have me rethinking if the people are even really people, Tyra. I have all new theories about everything. It gave very much Terminator. I was like, all right, we have messages from the past to the future. Yeah. We're giving instructions. There is a weapon, if you will, in human form that can be stopped, but you have to get her in time. I like that kind of carrying on, Tyra. I can't lie. It speaks to the sci-fi portion of me that's been dormant for a while because of the foolishness that's been out. So for that reason, I'll say it was fine. Again, that was up on second watch. First watch, I was like, we already knew that this was the damn demon seed. We knew Jane was a character when she played in Billy Face like that. Because how dare you? All that man right there, and you say, I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest, and you got to go. Yeah, we knew Jane wasn't tied tight, but I didn't know we were going to get the whole entire story. But ultimately, I'm not mad at it. So let's dive right in. Episode 6, Jane. Xavier and Gary set their plan into motion. Xavier sets his plan into motion, and Gary sets his own plan into motion. Back in paradise, Sinatra takes action, while Gabriella follows a new lead, and Jane's past is revealed. Yeah, Gabriella, I have words for you. So now, opening shot, Circuit City, circa 1997, Alex Q from the future. Okay? A baby is going to be born on this night at this time. Find this baby and let them know if you get her in time, she can be stopped. The message is for the baby, Tyra, not the baby mama, but the baby needs to get this message. And if she gets it in time, She can be stopped. So now we have our Alex Q. So not only does he send the message on the Circuit City computer, because apparently the Circuit City worker was the only person with the ability and wherewithal to carry out this mission, he's blowing this man's pager up. The man is soldering computer parts together, Tyra, minding his Black-owned business with his bald head and continuously getting pages. So I got to go do something. Tyra, when you saw this email on the Windows XP, Microsoft 95, whatever, how did you feel? And you said, oh, it's Alex. Did this give you any insight onto who Alex is at this point?
I mean, a smidge. I was like, y'all really trying to play with us in the space-time continuum. It upsets me. I'm not prepared. I was like, oh, where are we gonna go? Because immediately I was like, oh, so Jane is the T-1000. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Jane is the T-1000. We're gonna rip away the flesh. It's gonna be all metal and titanium, and we gonna have to freeze dry her ass and blow her up to pieces to end this all. Like this was telling. I'm really nervous because a lot of planning has been set in motion far before we met anybody that had anything to do in the first season. So I'm like, I'm really trying to be engrossed in the story and not preoccupy myself with what we got before that was so grounded, because this is something else. This is totally different. We just gonna leave that on the ground, okay? And I'm curious as to how it all ties together. But I'm like, the Alex Q. I'm like, have we not seen Alex? Is Alex? I don't know. I don't know. I know that's what I'm saying, but we're like, what does that have to do with in the dome?
Alex
and
is
us stopping Alex.
Like,
are we're going back in time and before? Like,
yes.
I'm exhausted. The one thing that I really enjoyed about Paradise, I was like, ooh, it's not one of them shows. And it's becoming one of those shows. And as much as I love a good Silo, as much as I love a good From, I was like, oh, we don't have to sit and worry about who's jumping where at what time and what decade, because we're grounded. We're here in the then and now. We're going to go out of this dome. It's been 3 years and we're going to play catch up. No, it's rigmarole. And I am tired. What does this mean for the story moving ahead, or anything that we met before? Does anything that happened before matter?
Yes, it's all going to tie together. Leave it to Dan Fogelman, Tyra. You know it's going to work. So this message, again, is sent from Alex Q, right? May 29th, 1997. A killer will be born on June 6th at 12:01 a.m. She can be stopped when it matters if you deliver a message to her. Mic drop. All right. And so Black man says, listen, I'm on the job. I'm the one you need. I'm the right person at Circuit City to get the job done. So now we go over here and Mommy Dearest is giving birth, because get her out of me. Damn it. I'm not going to hold this crying welch. I want her away from me. Why are you crying? Why are you crying, Demon Seed? I want nothing to do with you. This was the coldest. This was the coldest, cringiest delivery ever. And then as we see a crying baby Jane on the bed, baby Jane, just saying, I'm not going to hold her. No. I'm not going to swaddle her. I'm not going to hold it. I just really want to leave here because she's already a miserable little creature. Tyra, were you moved to compassion that baby Jane wasn't held by her mother? And then, of course, we get the warning as they're leaving the hospital. Hey, was your daughter born at 12:01? And it's a girl? Okay, yeah. She's a killer. She's not right now, but she will be. But if you get this message, baby girl, she can be stopped. Security.
Girl.
Talk to me. What's that opening sequence? What did it do for you?
This is spooky, because there's T-1000 energy, and then there's the Omen 666 Antichrist energy. I was like, which one is it? Is it demonic? Or because the way she screamed, it was like, is there anybody? Get it? I was like, oh my god, it's Sigourney Weaver and Alien. It's a face hugger in there. She wants it out immediately. It was like she rejected the baby long before, and I was like, is it Rosemary's Baby? Is this not your seed? Like, what? What happened? It was so like demonic to me the way she rejected the baby. And that was just, I mean, there's a tinge of I was never prepared to be a mother. I didn't want a child, but here we are. I don't, that man, whoever that man was, he's not in here, but I'm going to go through the motions and push this baby out. But it was like instant rejection because we're going to push her out, get her out. I'm in pain. I can say those things. But now that she's out, I'm a mother, and in kicks the motherhood gene and let me embrace her and feed her. It's just like, no, somebody better get in here quick because I ain't doing it. I was like, oh my goodness, the rejection of it all. Baby, I need security to get on their job. How close y'all gonna let this man get to me? It was like, oh yeah, oh let me see, let me peek in there. Yeah, it's the Antichrist. Kill her now, kill her now. I was like, oh my goodness, it was very reminiscent and horrific in that way. It felt like a scene out of a horror movie. I'm just like, what is Jane supposed to represent? I think it's bigger than her just being, it's this is the skin of a killer, Bella. It's not just the killer. It's not just that. It's not just her being a killer. For it feels like something that's been bred 10 times over to even just send that message to Mr. Circuit City minding his business and whatever indoctrinated him with this random message over and over. You know what? I'm going to go down there and stop. Well, I was like, what? You just came up here to whisper and yell this into this mother's ear, and that was going to do what? Like, if you know what's good for you, because I'm telling you now, page me on the 911 said that we need to kill this baby. She can be stopped, if it's stopped sooner. I don't know what weight Jane carries. Like, this felt demonic in a way that even her behavior later on when we're getting, I don't know, something's out of whack. I just don't know. I'm scared because I don't know what universe we're in anymore.
I have a theory, but we're going to get to it a little bit later. Because I don't think Jane's all the way human. I don't think she's all the way human. When you say who the pappy,
Nicole, from what though? From where?
Listen,
was she injected with something?
We're gonna get it.
Was it a trial? Was they love that trope? Oh, she went through. She was hard. She fell on hard times. She needed a bag. She went through some trials and they injected her.
Girl, whenever the people go to the farm for training, that's code word for cyborg. That's code word for synthetic being. That's code word for modification, damn it. That's what I think. She's AI. She's a part of the system. But anyway, easing on down the road. Now we see X opening shot. He's got his plan. Yeah, and I'm going to break a few necks if they get in my way. All about my Terry. Meanwhile, your biggest op is right here. Okay, so he's getting ready. I'm gonna plant the incendiary device over there, not too close because I don't want to hurt anybody, but close enough so they'll hear the boom and everybody will come out. And then, if they get too crunk, because I'm a Secret Serviceman, so I need y'all to know that I have that prowess and I have that ability, right? I have a special set of skills. All right, so they're gonna take you, Gary, but I'll be to get you. He pissed me off so bad, Tyra. He pissed me off so bad. And of course, we're going to get to it. And I've got a specific slide for the end. But this whole setup was aggravating because the audience knows at this point, baby, this is not going to end well for you, Xavier. Gary is setting you up, Tyra. And he's so serious. Xavier's face is stern, honey. Yeah, because I love you, Terry. Let me look at this picture. I got you. Let's go. Talk to me about Xavier.
Xavier gets on my nerves. He gets on my nerves. And I think after last episode, we were waiting like, what is that, Velvet? Okay. Xavier knows what's going on here. Okay. He's smarter than the average bear. He knows that he may not know exactly, but he knows you're up to something, Gary. And when we get into the next episode, he's going to play it cool and he's going to flip it. It's just like, no, I fully believe everything you ever said. Since I touched down, outside of that one lie, in spite of that, you really wanted to be, I want to get next to you. You want to get next to Terry. And she rejected you, but you love her down. There's nothing that you wouldn't do and I wouldn't do to get her back, along with Lil Bean. Yeah, we're in this together. I was like, what? I just was waiting for like the okie doke, and there was nothing. It's like, no, we're still going through. And Gary doesn't even believe. It's like, so how are you gonna make that happen? What are you gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna leave a trail. I was like, what are you doing? Just to see the setup and how he was moving, like he was in stealth mode. I said, Xavier, please go sit down. It just feels wrong. It feels wrong. I was like, this is not the Xavier first season who was planning to get Sinatra across the screen with so much tact. What are you doing? Anything with Gary just didn't register, and he's going through with his plan full course ahead. He kissed the ring, kissed the photo. Baby, I'm coming to get you. I'm coming because I'm Xavier. Yeah, it's like I have a special set of skills. I will find you. And I was like, what? This isn't taken. What are you doing? I expected more, but this is the Xavier that we have, at least for the time being.
That is, it's him. It's him. I really had high hopes as well. That girl from yonder, good to see you, boo. Thank you so much for the $2 Canadian. Got that right. Jane is insane in the brain, insane in the membrane, insane in the brain. Jane is not human, in my opinion, at least not all.
No,
human.
Jane gives off unhuman. All of her lack of emotions is very...
So now we get back to the bunker tower. We get back to the paradise. You're no good to me. I need to have a talk with you, Jane. Listen, because a lot of stuff's been going on, and I never really got to level set with you after you powed me, right? So yeah, you said something. Didn't quite sit right in my spirit, and so I need to get this confirmed before I can move forward with you. You're no good to me, Dad. You said that to me, Jane, and I want to know what you meant, because it implies there's an implication of a plan or that you have power. Oh, no. You see, me, Jane is a weapon. All right. And so I need a handler. I need someone to give me instruction. And listen, Sinatra, you're that one. You're that diabolical brain that's going to set me on my missions to kill and fulfill that thing on the inside of me that I need to do, or I won't be me, Jane, anymore. Sinatra is as slow as because here's the thing. All these people season 1 are formidable, right? Forward thinking. They're getting to the bottom of things. We're to believe Sinatra is this maniacal, brilliant woman, billionaire, self-made, who has a plan for everybody, has a plan for the babies, has a plan for the son, has a plan for the future. And engaging with Jane here, you heard what she said. You knew what she meant when she said how she said it when she said it. And now it's a question. Don't confront crazy people and don't ask them hard questions. Jane is not tied tight. That's why you hired her. Because she's the biggest and the baddest, remember? So I was really confused about this whole exchange. Baby girl comes in, Hadley. Jane, will you just make sure my mommy's okay? Everybody's dropping dead, and I just want my mommy to be safe. I got you. Your mommy's great. She gave me a Nintendo Switch. We're good to go now. So, Tyra, talk to me about this. You're no good to me. And Jane's explanation and Sinatra's seeming, acceptance of it.
Sinatra has to know what's going on. I think Sinatra has a kill switch in the back of Jane's head. Jane is too shake, so I cannot function without your authority. Please instruct me on what to do. Yeah, I think Sinatra presses a button in the back of Jane's head. I mean, we're just throwing out stuff at this point, because that's really what's going on here. Sinatra is not acting. Not Sinatra. Jane is not acting like a human being. I was like, okay, we're gonna go over there in them Oldman streets and them 666 double markings and them Rosemary babies. Okay, the lady had her baby. She didn't want no attachment to it. They took it in the back. They switched it with this cyborg, and it's been this thing all this time. I don't know. It's unnatural. Like I said, everybody's acting different. And I saw the chat saying that Xavier has tunnel vision all about Terry. So he's not his usual self. I think there's something bigger going on here because it doesn't make sense. These aren't the people from the first season. There is no way that you come back from the Sinatra that we met and you shot me down like a dog in the street. And it's like, oh yeah, I thought you forgot about that. No, I remember like every detail now, and I need to know why you did that, and then turn around and say that you need me. Like, what? I'm no good to you, Dad. How does that make sense? It's awkward. I'm really hoping that Sinatra is playing at a role, and Jane was sent. Jane doesn't just happen, okay? Jane had to be created by someone. It's just about who, and about who knows all of it, all the inner workings. And it's close that she's tried to attach herself to Jane at this point. And it's like, well, I do at this point, even though you did shoot me down like a dog in the street, you're the only one who knows all of my inner thoughts and secrets and things from my past. So yeah, I can keep you around for that. She sought her out. Just we're to assume that she sought her out the same way that she did a William. And it's like, well, I have two killers down here to kind of do my bidding. But Jane is a little bit more off. William very much gave human, he was concerned about other, human life. Jane does not give that. Jane gives there's a cue in her brain to make her some endorphins go off when she hears Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. When I hear her say I'm a weapon, I'm like, oh yeah, she's a weapon.
It's very much like I'm just waiting on further instruction, but I can't do any independent thinking type of energy. I don't know, but it's very scary.
I think she's been downloaded with the mission. I think she knows everything. I think she knows what her mission is if she chooses to accept it and what she's got to do. But like the man said, she can be stopped. The people who engineered Skynet, Tyra. Skynet. Skynet. Damn it.
That's what I want to know. There's something going on here, the whole Alex thing, and we got the Skynet energy, especially in the beginning, but who gave her the mission?
Girl, the people at Skynet who've been to the future and know what's going to happen and they report it back. Listen, I'm telling you, because Billy Ho would never. There was a humanity to Billy Ho. We already knew. He said, "This is my family now. Don't you touch them. This is my family. Don't touch none." So now we get back into Baby Jane, the good daughter, the bad seed, the omen, the bride of Chucky, this little demon. I said, oh, mama's hot to trot, okay, because mama's not playing no games. Jane, I'm sick of your ass. If you don't stay in this room and stay out of grown folks' business, me and my men are going to go out here into this sauna and mind our business, all right? She comes out there. Let me lock y'all in and turn the heat up. I said, this is moving very quickly. As she's talking to her imaginary friends. Baby, who are you talking? No one's in this room. Jane, if you don't stop playing in here with your imaginary people, turns the people up. I'm thinking we're going to see them boiling like in the old school sci-fi movies when they get locked into hot places and the skin starts. But I was like, oh God, I'm not ready for that paradise. That did not happen. Mama got out and said, all right, little hoe, I see you. Let me throw you in this box and turn the heat up. You don't like it so much when you're on the inside, Jane. I said, this is not good parenting. This is not good parenting. Why are we surprised that Jane turned out to be the way that she did? Again, I think this is, of course, just further framing who Jane was and ultimately the path that she has to take in order to be accepted into some sort of society, because she's clearly a psychopath. Tyra, talk to me about the good daughter and the son, because it was kind of funny. We're going to laugh at everything. And I said, is she locking that baby in there? And turn it how you like it. It's not so fun when the rabbit got the gun. I said, "All right, mama."
Because Cole don't play with me. I was trying to have fun with my box just for 5 minutes, Jane. I can't have fun. I can't have mama can't have a life for 5 minutes without you coming in here and turning the sun up. Please. She said, "Mama got company. Your uncle here. So one of your uncles here. I need you to go sit down and play with them dolls." Now I'm being very funny as far as the Damien 666 of it all. I think something was actually talking to her. I think she was built and we're created, and it's like, who better to test your boundary as far as what you're willing to do because we told you to than your own mother. So if we can get you and push you to go, hey, go over there and turn up the heat, if you will. She already hot. That coach was hot. Let's go make it real hot. But I did appreciate the dimension, because it's not like it was immediate. It's like, well, they told me to do it. The moment her mother kind of pleaded, like, get me out of here, it's like, okay, well, such and such told me to do it, but I can open it. So that feels like there's some type of humanity there. It's just about as far as how far does that go? But I do feel like something's been talking to her. Like Mom said, you've been like this all your life. You're a little too old at this point to be talking to your imaginary friends. I don't think they're imaginary friends. Whatever built and sent Jane has been talking to her, bread and feeding things and appealing to whatever nature that she has. It's okay, well, this is the moment to see how she's really built. Would you kill your mother for us? I don't know. I think something was really talking to her.
I think there's commands wired in. I honestly think so. I was like, okay, this is going to be something, because she can be stopped. Mama said, listen, I believe everything that man said. He was right. You're a killer. You're terrible. So clearly Jane knows the message that the man told me when you were born that you were going to be a killer, but you could be stopped. So am I going to be the one to stop you? I don't know. But I do honestly think that there are commands that she's hearing and that she needs someone to instruct her. Again, I just happen to think the instructions have already been downloaded now, present day. But we're going to get to it. This pissed me off. Gabriella. She pissed me off too, Tyra, because girl, you're the one who selected each and every person who's down here in this bunker. And you mean to tell me you're just now figuring out Sinatra's a lunatic and you've been her therapist pre-bunker? You've known this lady from before and you're just now saying, yeah, Sinatra, Jane, Sinatra, something's not right. Let me Google Alex in our therapy notes. Alex. Yeah, Alex Trebek. No, Alec Trebek. Is it Alec? Is it Alex? Oh, yeah, no, that PTA mom, Alex, said my baby couldn't come over there, and I didn't like that either. So now we're going through every iteration of Alex, and Gabriella now feels like I'm the wiser. I can't put my finger on exactly what they're doing. I know it's got something to do with Alex. I know it's got something to do with Sinatra, and I know it's got something to do with Jane. And so now Gabriella's on a mission, Tyra. What did you think about her skills of deduction and reasoning? Her Sherlock Holmes, if you will.
Gabby has not grown on me in 2 seasons. Gabby is such a waste. With her being the closest to Sinatra and being the one, above all else, she could trust, she could get intel in a way that nobody else could. And it goes to waste because she's none the wiser. Oh, I didn't know. I'm just chilling in the diner, basking in the ambience, eating cheese fries all my life. Like, girl, we let you make it. We even let you rub on Xavier first season. We are over here. You're still acting oblivious to what's going on. Like, I really want her to be diabolical. I want her to pull a battery out of Sinatra's back at this point. Like, I need it to be for something. Because there's no way that you exist in the same time that we have, and you've seen what we've seen, and you still reside in but we were best friends. We didn't give this energy. I thought after we planted the bug on the picture frame, and it's like, yeah, I can only trust you, but trust you so far. I'm stepping away, but I know you're up something. I need to listen in, even if you are talking in code and about hibiscus tea, but you're still here. I don't know, but she never gave up. I really want something else from her. I want something else from her. It has to be. This can't be it. This can't be it. Like, let her be diabolical too, and where everybody thought, well, at least she's the one that we can trust, and the whole time she's still under Sinatra's thumb or something. Because this is very, very old, and I want something else from her outside of them still ass cheese fries.
Please, we do. And Xavier's not there to literally clap cheeks anymore. So I guess they had to give her something else to do, Tyra, this season. And with Terry coming back, Lord. So now we get over here to the children, Tyra. And this little heifer pissed me off so bad. Because who are you talking to? I don't have to be here making y'all breakfast pizza in the first place. Because your daddy left you. And your mama gone too. So what you got to say, sister? What you got to say? You should be out doing something. You guys are supposed to be the police. Everybody's dying. You're doing nothing. And my boyfriend's been locked away. And I think he did it on purpose. And then she goes to the restaurant to commiserate with her other little black friend, which I'm happy there's little black girls there in the bunker to be friends with. But she's, girl, life been life. And I said, what 35-year-old woman wrote this script for these 2 teenage girls? I just can't take no more. Life is so hard. I said, who wrote this for these babies? Like, yeah, it's just too much. Life be life, and girl, I know, girl. Like, it was all the audacity. If I want to see more from baby girl, I really, really do, because I thought that she was instrumental with stealing the iPad last season. And then her boyfriend being Calvin's son, I thought, okay, maybe she's going to be pivotal, and, you know, maybe something's deep down implanted and she's going to be a key to something. But I hate that they brought her out just to be obnoxious, like teenager. Tyra, talk to me about this whole thing, because I was like, girl, what? Like, what?
You don't like kids. You know that. You don't like kids in TV. I do not. I ain't messed with it since last season. When I, Xavier, your father, tell your ass to stay put with your brother, that's what I need you to do. She don't follow instructions right. She don't do what she's supposed to do. I don't like how she talking to side chick. I don't like how she didn't talk to nobody. Have we trying to be here and support and take care? I understand a lot has happened, a lot has changed, but this is what it is. You don't get to disrespect nobody. Like, big face, big face. Just be happy that you're taken care of, you're fed, and your braids are fresh every episode. You're living life, okay? Whatever's going on beyond that, whatever Xavier went off to do, Terry being where she's, that has nothing to do with us. You don't get to come in my face and wag your finger about, oh, just useless. What are you doing? Nothing. Because all of you are puppets waiting for instruction. You're useless. Like, your hair's uneven. I was like, oh my God, girl, please. Can you please? I don't have to be here. I do not have to be here. Her priority for me at this point needs to be making sure she and her brother are safe. That's it. I don't need anything else from her. I never needed anything from her. Even the whole, I just took the iPad because I thought maybe it could get me closer to my mom. And I just, waste. Go do what I told you to do, what I told you to be. I don't need nothing from these children. Love to see Black children working. I don't need nothing from these particular ones in this narrative. They're not doing with her or anything with the brother that I thought they would. They did give first season that they would be integral to something, that she was really going to matter. She does not. So you don't get to bring her here to be the sassy Black girl. Don't do that. Sassy, disrespectful Black girl at that. Between that and she's all just wrapped up, and she said, my man locked up. That's a girl. Life just be life, and like I just, oh Lord, are you stressed? Are you stressed out? He needs some money on his books and his commissary. Are you hard? A single mom who works 2 jobs? Are you exhausted? It's just bigger problems going on. But if we're gonna come here with the little teeny boppers, it has to mean something. And I think her going, I say you just got to go get in her face. Yeah, you know your mom, Sinatra. She's not who you think she is. You need to do something too, white girl. Get off your white butt and do something because the Blacks are suffering. I was like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, my Uncle Billy, dead, president, dead. You think you're your mom. Do something, white girl. All over here trying to be happy. I'm sad and all. Like, it's very misery. I need to spread. Like, oh my God. If that's the route that they wanted to take to have the meets met as far as the daughters, fine. But I don't need no lip off with this little girl. I ain't been with her since she didn't stay what we told her to be last season, honestly.
Listen. And we'll get to the conversation with little Hadley, because I was okay. Presley, Hadley, all right, all the Lees in the building. But now, Tyra, we have bigger fish to fry because the people are upset. The high-ranking officials said, "Listen, 2 presidents dead by murder. We have to do something." Sinatra says, "Listen, this is not a dictatorship. This is a democracy. And we have bigger fish to fry. And I need all of you guys to give me your thoughts, your opinions, so we can do this as a collective and not just me. Because they're storming the gates and there's more coming every day. Do you see them? It's a militia. They have tanks. They have weapons. They're led by Link with his little fine self, with the hair. And they're going to come in. We have to figure out something. No, Sinatra, it's all you, Bookie. Like, we trust you, Sinatra. You're the strong backbone that we've needed and we've had this whole time. You're our true north, Sinatra. We trust you. Jane says, Sinatra, it was amazing to watch. You made all of them people believe it was their choice to follow you. This is a democracy, Tyra. What did you think of our interaction and making the people feel like they really have a choice in anything?
These aren't real people. These are robots. I don't know who these dumbass people are. These people have been dumb since the first season, even down to Mr. President who got iced out by Jane. These are some of the slowest little constituents. I was like, what? It's like, well, yeah, if she said the sky is purple, it is because she said so. It's like they don't have an independent thought. It's like children. I don't know what this is supposed to invoke. And I think this is supposed to mock like higher governments because you guys are the officials down here. Please. But I'm like, somebody has to have some type of sense. I need them to give them a little bit more off. They just give nothing every single time. It doesn't take much. It's like, yeah, chase the ball, dogs. Oh, look over there. Like, oh yeah, diverge. To diverge. Go over there. Well, we were sad about the president, but tomorrow's Carnival Day. We get to eat cotton candy, and the people are going to be happy again. Everybody smile and go home. These aren't real people. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these people are, but it's just always off. It was this, and it's like, well, everybody's got their pacifiers yet again, and everything's right with the world, even though we just lost two presidents very close together. And then you have Gabby make her like, oh no, I'm not standing for this. Something's going on here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Gabby, Gabby, please. I don't know why would we be the wiser, because Sinatra is speaking, but Jane, why Jane talking so much? Who are you, Jane? Besides being head of security, why are you talking so much?
You're no good to me, Dad. She's got a plan for Sinatra. You're no good to me, Dad. That sounds like a boss, or at least someone.
Nobody's alarm. Like, what the hell are we? Why are we listening to Jane? Why does Jane even get a vote or a voice? It's just like things are just happening. I don't know. It's awkward.
Quickly promoted. She's the number one employee now. She done got rid of everybody. Listen, she's the top cop in the range, Tyra. She's the top cop.
Nobody's questioning anything. That's the thing. Nobody's like questioning, well, if you said it, then that's just that. Something's off with the entire community. I don't think it's just Jane.
It's probably something in the water. They probably put something in the people's water or in that fake sun. But again, this is kind of reiterating what we talked about earlier. It's just giving very Terminator-ish. Again, I really think she's a cyborg, a synth, a droid, some sort of amalgamation, probably closer to cyborg, because they're still part human, right? But they have engineered parts, maybe a portion of her brain, some sort of deep implementation, because she was at a farm, Tyra. They called it the farm. Her training in espionage and spy work and all of the things. So we don't have to rehash on this anymore because we've already gone here, but I don't think that she's all the way human, in my opinion. Meanwhile, in the bunker, with everyone who opposes the people, Viva la Revolucion, we have Calvin Jr. in there, Calvin's son. I don't know, Jeremy, is that his name? And we have the creator, the inventor, who says, listen, I'm trying to stay out the way. Listen, I did it. I screwed up humanity. I created this monstrosity. And now I'm just trying to do my time in peace. And Jeremy says, listen, we got a plan. We're insurrectionists. We're going to rise up and fight the man. We got to open these doors, lock them doors. He said, open these doors, Tyra. I don't lock them, open them. And he says, listen, there's a hatch there. There's another hatch somewhere else. Listen, if you cut off the oxygen down here, the doors are automatically going to open, and you just got to get to it. And he says, all right, we'll find the side door. I can do it. Me and my posse of two, we're going to get it done, sir. I said, Jeremy, you're so special, baby. It's his daddy. I blame Cal. Cal told him, you can do anything, son. You don't like it? Change it. And now he's in the jail bunker. Underneath the jail. How you in the jail underneath the jail, for real? Tyra, talk to me about the side door and the inventor. And is he gonna be anything else other than this right here? Are we gonna hear from him or see him again?
I don't know. I don't believe. I'm so sorry, Puddin'. I don't believe nothing he does or says. It's just giving privilege because there's nothing else to do. And I'm unhappy with what happened, and I know whatever happened to my dad is untrue. Like, we're gonna uncover it. It just feels like a bored teenager, and I want to feel the Viva la Revolucion. I really want to feel it with him. And even if it doesn't, I don't think it has too much to do with how young he is, but just like strategizing. I thought when he went down here, because it seems like in those first few episodes, you had a meeting of the minds above ground. And I don't know if it was just strictly the teeny boppers, or it just felt like there was a segment of people awakened once that Sinatra came across the screen, and there were people joining up. It felt like they were snatching anybody who was in it, who had anybody who looked radicalized or was tagging, or y'all having secret meetings, whatever. You're getting thrown down here. And that was just like up top. I thought that would be his relationship with Xavier's daughter, that she would be kind of mandating everything up there and maybe relaying things. I thought that she was going to be in on it with him, and that she knew he was going down there, and what was like, oh my man, he just went down there and got himself like she's none the wiser. She's not in on it in that way. It's just like, well, he was the only one doing anything, and now that he's not, I'm just up here disappointed in these adults. The secure ones, the people who are supposed to be down here moving like my daddy would, and y'all not doing nothing, you sheep. where's the organization? Where are the people? Where's the following? But when we get down here, it's just like, all right, my grand plan worked. I'm finally down here to have a meeting of the minds with this man. So yeah, about this side door. Yeah, I was like, I don't know why I thought that we would have more people kind of rallying down here, because it felt like they were just locking people. Anybody who was opposing anything or questioning something, we're locking them up because we don't want you to affect the others. But it's like, it's us two against the world. We're gonna find the side door and get down there and open up these emergencies. Are you? I don't know. They haven't put a whole lot of weight on this man. Even in the first season, I think we were waiting to know more about him, or how integral, or if you built this and you committed so much, why aren't you up here enjoying it like everybody else? Why is it just Sinatra? If he is integral, they're not really selling it at this part, and I don't believe nothing Jeremy does.
He's trying. I think by the end, when we see what happens, and of course I have a slide for that, I think there will be hope ultimately, because he's not going to be doing it all by his lonesome and with whoever else he just recruited on his own down there.
DeMarcus, y'all putting all the blacks to work. I'm tired.
DeMarcus, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And I see you came through again with a $5 super chat. And I saw you ask about Beauty in Black. And you know Tyra handles Beauty in the Black. And I'm sure we will be covering it. I know it comes out tomorrow. But thank you for the $5 super chat. Ashley, will y'all check out Imperfect Woman with Kerry Washington, which dropped today? And have you seen the Nemesis teaser? And Nemesis will drop May 12th. Absolutely. We've already watched Imperfect Woman, the first 2 episodes. I have no desire to talk about it. But whatever Tyra decides, we will go along with that. And then, yes, I watched the Courtney Kemp new show that'll be on Netflix, Nemesis. I'm interested. I like Courtney Kemp's writing. I love the first couple seasons of Power, so I'm excited to see what she does. Tyra, any thoughts on that?
Nemesis does look like it has potential to be something different, so I'm interested in that aspect. Yes, we did watch Imperfect Women. Thoughts were shared. If you see it, we're talking about it. If you don't, we opted out of it.
Yeah. But yeah, easing on down this road back to paradise. But thank you to Marcus. Don't tell nobody that. And one thing about Sterling that I love, all right?
Call my wife. My wife's free. My wife's free. That's what I said. Call her up. We get a check together. We get a bag. Bags are had.
Every single time. This is us now over here in paradise. And Ryan Michelle Bethea, listen, I love her down. Beautiful woman. Also, side note, happy anniversary to them in real life. Today is their 20-year anniversary. She and Sterling K. Brown have been married for 20 years and share 2 beautiful melanated baby boys. And I love that for them. All of the things. So now we're back at this stage, Jane's young adulthood, I'll say. And we can tell that she is in some sort of operative training. I don't know if it's some of them alphabet people, right? She's doing the training, and Ryan Michelle Bethea's character is kind of watching her like, hey, we need to talk. Cause yeah, you're doing too much. I wouldn't even tell nobody that. You want to talk about your past and your crazy. Don't do that, sister. We got enough against us being women. The man's about to take my promotion because he has a ding-a-ling and I don't. And I don't like that. But do you want to play we? We can play we, but first, did you hear about Stargate? Did you hear about the Stargate project? Yeah. Well, one of the things that's a part of that is meditation. So sit down here with me on this yoga mat and baby, tell me your life and let's talk about it. But don't tell anybody else that, right? Because we already have the odds stacked up against us, baby. And I'm gonna be your mother in this. I'm gonna hold your hand. I'm gonna love on you. I'm gonna be the only somebody who loves you, in fact. But Tyra, this gave me a big clue because did y'all know that there is a real Stargate project that was announced early 2025? It's a $500 billion multi-year public-private initiative to build massive AI infrastructure in the United States. This is not fiction, y'all. This is a real thing. And my thing is, immediately, I said, oh, it's AI. This is a program. Furthering my theory about where we are and what this is and who Jane is. Tyra, talk to me about it.
This was confirmation. I said I don't know what robot, AI, cyborg that this is, but there is no way this intelligent, skillful Black woman in this position says, You have problems? You have things you want to share? Intimate details about your life and tragedies and possibly chemical imbalances that could affect your work in later years and endanger lives? Don't tell nobody that. Don't tell nobody that. Like, look here. We got enough going on. We got enough against us. Just don't. Let's not lead with that. Don't even mention that. Let's just prosper and be great. Like, yeah, how many other people was she training? I think I was like, show us all the other rooms where this exact same thing is happening 10 times over with other Janes. It felt like a program. Um, this just didn't feel natural because I was like, ooh, and I don't know, it's probably because it was Sterling's wife, and I don't want to refer to her as Sterling's wife, but I was like, oh, girl, yeah, get Jane all the way together. When she said we don't talk about that, we don't talk about Fight Club. We don't talk about that. We're gonna talk about is what you can do in those rooms to maneuver and carry your weight as a woman because he's gonna overpower you and this, that, and we're talking about skill and combat and strategy. Your emotions, maybe more so, maybe the humanity and human side or things that, yeah, we don't need to even mention that. Let's get away from that. Something felt off about her even saying that to her. I was like, no, we wouldn't do that. not in this lifetime. But if this is half and half or whatever she is, and we're trying to not appeal to that nature and we're trying to train her up in a certain way, these are things that we would say. I don't think they wanted to say it completely because they still want us to maybe be divided on whether or not Jane isn't or is a real person. I don't think Jane's a real person. So immediately I was red flagging.
Yeah. I like, again, it's all a thing. This is of course part of her training period anyway, so it makes sense. Again, Stargate, I immediately thought of Stargate the show, and then when I just did a simple Google search of Stargate project, all that came up. So if you do want any information on it, and you'll notice there has been a huge rise in AI since that time, just saying. But I'm interested to see where it goes. Shout out to Hope Andrea HFG for the $9.99 super chat. There's not enough questioning going on for me. Me either. The OG president's son is in the Pinta. The new prez is people are alive outside, and all we got were a few gasps from the board. Where's the outrage?
Those are real people. Those are real people, Hope. I'm telling you, those are not, unless they're putting something in those people mourning, because they created, the food, and did you taste the cheese? And it tastes like real cheese, don't it? What are you putting in the water stuff, the food, the things that they're using to sustain life down there, little watches, trackers that they make everybody wear? I don't know. Something is happening because any natural person after 3 years, you see life outside and it's like, oh my God, there are people outside. Well, we're not quite sure how many or what's going on out there, but just know Big Jane gonna go out there and deal with it. Okay, long as you're gonna go deal with it. No questions. You're not real, man.
You're not real, man. And you were kind of already touched this. Do you even know your mom, Hadley? My boyfriend's in jail right now because of her. Your classmate. You need to talk to your mom. You've already talked about that. So easing on down the road, staying black and dying, Tyra. Because Nicole Robinson said, Gabriella, get the hell out of my face. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to do nothing but stay black. Listen, I said, all right, Nicole. And you see that mug she got on? Listen, on the on the lean. I said, why y'all got Nicole down here? She's been out here a day. And she's already
all of a sudden she militant. She gonna stay black and die. I said this is the blackest thing I've ever heard her say down here.
She done took the process out her hair, Tyra. She done took the wig off. She said, I'm natural now. I'm on my Asada Shakur. Listen, my Angela Davis. And I'm not mad. She said she's staying black and she's dying, Gabriella, because you late, ho, and you still don't have all the information. You worried about Sinatra. It's Jane the virgin. It's Jane the killer out here taking boys out and setting people up. It's all of them. And what you gonna do, Gabriella? Well, you figure it out, sister. Talk to me, Tyra. Staying black and
just like, look at here. I'm colored, okay? I'm tired of putting my black body on the line for you people. How many different ways do I have to spread it? Like I gotta do shit. I gotta do everything around here. No, all I gotta do is stay black and die. I said, okay, Kente. this was just another moment of Gabby being laid and delayed. Well, I was putting two to two together, and I just feel like Sinatra. And I was, what? You're still on Sinatra? You really think that's all we have to worry about down here? Yes, she may have something going on that we don't know about, but the real threat down here is Jane. We all missed it. Say, I missed it. Xavier missed it. We all missed it. And you missed it too. And if you think I'm finna put myself on the line for you got another thing coming, because all I gotta do is stay black and die. I was like, all right, Athena. I was like, come on here. I don't have time to play with you either. She's down here. She's a scorned woman. I've been set up. Well, I never believed you did it. I just didn't. Yeah, what took you so long to get down here, Gabby, if you didn't think I did it? Or like, what were you waiting on? What have you been doing up there all these time? I'm just tired. I'm tired of being in the way of the situation, not being heard and seen and then framed, and now you want to come down here for my assistance? Absolutely not. But I was like, look at here, Athena. Come on here. We already know that you ain't got nothing else to do, okay? You're going to join up. You're going to help. Do you have to stand on the front lines and be a shield? No. But they're going to need some help. Because if it's between Gabby and the president's son, we're not going to get far. Come on and pull up them boots. And come on here, Athena. We got stuff to do.
Come on, sister. Come on. I said, wow. That's a big departure from first season, honey. Seeing Miss Nicole Robinson.
Between that and Life Be Lifing, I said, what the hell is going on this episode?
Who's writing this? Who's writing the writers for these people? Meanwhile, Jane the assassin said, let my hair down because Link fine. And I said, Jane, for once, I can agree with you. All right. She said, hold on, let me. She ain't had nothing since Billy Ho had her, Tyra. So now she's, it's a possible, it's a prospect, a two and a possible. All right. Playing spades, letting my hair down. And listen, here's the deal, y'all. You, the fine one with the good hair, y'all, you can come in, Link. Your others, you can't do that. All right. And he says, listen, do y'all have apple pie? And she said, you want a slice of my apple pie? Is that what you? The flirting was crazy and ridiculous and so unserious in this moment. But somebody said slice of apple pie could be code word to activate her to do something else, Tyra. And I'm very interested in that. But basically, we get 5 unarmed guards and he gets a slice of apple pie a la mode, hot apple pie a la mode. And don't follow me, y'all, because y'all don't know who Jane is. I will smoke all y'all. All right. So now we have arrangements. Link. 5 unarmed people are going to be able to come and he's going to get a slice of her apple pie. Talk to me.
For all of this to work for me, I needed Jane to be a bit more ingratiated. I needed more like super duper stealth. It was so sloppy between now and the first season, the way that we got to Jane being where she is now. And it's just all kind of checks and balances and now I'm in charge and but I'm just so sweet and unassuming and coy in these rooms and I'm just a klutz and I'm just a the way that Stay Black and Die sit up there, I missed her. She's the key to the city. It's always been Jane. It was always Jane. She's integral. We just missed her. You need to watch her. It's like Jane just didn't give that. But hey, we're here. Coming out here, shaking down those locks. Because hi, she said, "Oh, don't be alarmed. It's just me. It's just me, Jane." So, it was very come on up and see me sometime, big boy. I was like, all right, Jane. Okay. The way they just, we just lose. Oh my God. I go, put the gun down, put the weapons away. It's a woman. It's Jane. All right. Baby, what are we doing over here with Link? Link, please. You go down there and get your little slice of pie. You want to be Caucasian and get a slice of apple pie and some cheddar? That's your business. Don't come up in here being weird. We don't need that. With the way that this time is jumping and going and we don't know what's going on and where we are, I'm telling you now, I'm going to throw this show down if Link is somehow connected to Sinatra and this is in any way her child.
Well, they said it could be her son. Now we talked about that a couple episodes ago, Tyra. It could be I believe there's multiple versions of him. Like I'm not convinced that he, Bean, Calvin Jr. I think they're all connected in some way.
I mean, that girl yonder, I don't know. She was laying it low, but Billy was over there whipped all about her. We were about to propose and the whole 9. But the way that she can cut it on and cut it off so quickly somebody has to program you that way. I would have been fine if Jane was just that slick and she was just crazy. I would have, but y'all took it somewhere with the before 11:59 p.m. Y'all need to take this baby out for your own good. She's evil. That's she's a killer like Henry was. I don't know if that's the route y'all want to go.
DJ.
Then you make Jane someone else. You create something, and we get over there into the T-1000 Skynet energy of it all. But this exchange here, I don't know. I don't trust Link to just go in there. Well, no weapons, 5 people to sit down and talk. I don't think they know who they're dealing with. You don't come out here and stage this type of scene, and So where's the handsome one with the cue cards? Where's that one? Where's the fine one? So Jane, please. Where is he so I can fix my hair? You don't come out here like this unless you're prepared and you know what you're up against. I think Link got something in the tuck and we don't know about it. But the Jane slow walk off, she said, "Don't follow me. She said, I'll clear all this. Don't follow me. Don't try it. I'll shoot you all." I was like, all right.
I mean it.
Let her walk away. Mm-hmm.
I mean it. You don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Coot Nanny's flesh. I think the Coot Nanny's real, y'all. I think she giving it out. Billy Ho
have we seen somebody lay down with a cyborg? We've seen plenty of people lay down with a good cyborg synth type of situation. That don't mean nothing. Coochie's coochie.
Yeah, I think it's flesh-like. DeMarcus, thank you so much again for another $5 super chat. Cross and Paradise are both talking about what's going on in society today. Commentary, right? Congratulations on both shows getting renewed for a season 3. Absolutely, they did. And I believe that for at least Paradise, season 3 will be their last season. I believe that was always the plan, but it's official now. So I'm excited about that. Easing on over here, Mommy will fix it, baby. Mommy will fix it. And this kind of begs the question. I think potentially, Tyra, we may be viewing Sinatra all wrong. What if she is really our hero, Tyra, and not the villain that we think she is? What if she's fighting Skynet? What if? What if? And she's just one of those by any means necessary people, but she sees the greater vision, the greater goal, and this is just an instrument in the process. But Hadley, Mommy, you've got my friends in jail, right? They're locked underneath. I go to school with them. I knew nothing, baby. Just know I've got a plan for your life and Mommy's gonna fix it.
I just love how she was none the wiser before. She's like, you know what? Now that Presley said it, there are several people missing around here. Mom, what's going on? Are you Sinatra? Yeah, sort of, kinda. If Sinatra is that, I think we've been in the direction of a misdirect long enough. I need to get the side. They don't have to expose exactly who Jane is or who Link is, but I need the principal people who are of importance to be put back there. If it's not going to be her, it needs to be Xavier. If it's not Xavier, it needs to be Sinatra. But the both of them just kind of being to the back, I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, Sinatra held so much weight, and she was such an interesting character. And I like what I thought we were doing before with her kind of playing at her injury, and I don't remember anything, and I'm just happy to be alive. And all the time we're cooking up. Eventually, y'all gotta let us peek behind the curtain a little bit. Y'all don't have to expose anything, but how long y'all gonna have us in suspense about what's going on? Because eventually, I'm not gonna give a damn. Hurry up.
Tyra said, I said, hurry up. Hurry up. Very West. And now we have notes from a side piece, Tyra, because not now. Nor have I ever been a Las Vegas showgirl. All right. Nicole said, listen, I wasn't just your daddy's side piece. Damn it. I was the number one stunner over here. I ran this. I ran it. This was mine. They come to see me, Ike. Listen, all of that, Jeremy said, what can I do with you? Until she came in kicking down doors and helping them abscond into the tunnels to hopefully open the doors. Again, my faith is a little bit renewed now that I know Nicole J. Robinson is going to be assisting young Jeremy in this endeavor, or Calson. If that's not his name, y'all correct me in the chat. But I think now I'm hopeful that his plan could actually work. Could some of the militia get in through a side door? I don't know. I think we're going to need all the help we can get. And I mean, I'm glad she said I'm not a side piece, but I'm still going to help you, son. Because I loved your daddy. I loved your daddy something serious.
Look at here, Olivia Pope. As long as that man was married, you were a side piece. I don't care about those promises that President Fitz made to you in the heat of the night in the midnight hour. We don't care about that. This was not a free-flowing, open relationship. You were sneaking off with the deacon in private, and you were getting them same promises that all the other mistresses get. Soon as all of this blows over, and my wife with, boy, we gonna be out doing all the things I've ever wanted to do in a relationship. I'm gonna show my love for you in the world. It was a hidden relationship. Okay.
Said, I want to know your love language, Tyra. Cal said, I want to know your love language.
It was private. I don't care how many earrings you left on that nightstand. It was a secret, and it was side piece energy as long as that man was married. We do not care about your internal feelings, ma'am. But what we're not going to do is act like we don't need no help, little boy. You need all the help you can get. You need all the help you can get. I don't need any advice or definitely need any help from my dad's side piece. Get out of here. Boy, please. Please. And I don't even know why she's all this hard and exterior. Like she just hard knock life down there. You would swear she's been working on the chain gang for 4 years now, the way she's acting. It's like, yep. It's very like all I gotta do is live my life out down here. It's all over. She wins. We don't do anything. We don't win this war. I'm just gonna, sit back and do my time, and whatever happens, happens. And then 5 seconds later, I'll be damned if I let my man's son go out like this. Not my president. Let me go on over here and help his little ignorant self. I mean, thankfully she's there. I do have more faith restored. She has more connections, more people up above who are going to side with. And like, you know what? If your mission, that's your, I'm going to help. I'm going to assist. You can't, what were you going to get up there and do, Jeremy? What are you going to get out and do? What skill do you have to maneuver down there with the creator next to you? It's just not enough. So I'm happy she's there. My faith is restored in the mission. But child, you were a side piece, okay? Let's just leave that where it is.
She said, listen, I said what I wanted from it. Listen. Now, painless savagery, Tyra, because Jane had to show Mama Ryan Michelle Bathay, listen, you said it's because he had a peen, right? Well, now he don't have one. So now you got the job, sister. And I'm very curious if she's part of the program, like one of those mother programs, like I'm mother. Your job, my job is to connect with your child and make sure Jane, whatever carries out the mission. I just thought, again, we know who Jane is, and very simplistically thinking, like almost childlike in the way she interpreted that. And I really thought there'd be some level of intelligence, as I do think that she's AI. But this was kind of an interesting moment here in the show where we see the realization come on Ryan Michelle Bathay's face, but no real action taking. So Tyra, do you think we're going to revisit this relationship further in later episodes, or do you think this was it? Like, this was it? Do you think Ryan Michelle Bathay programmed her? Do you think she's a program? Really, really curious about your thoughts on this.
I don't know if she programmed her, but I think she's a part of whatever the farm is. And I love the farm because the farm means that there's multiple Janes or Johns, if you will. How literal she took this, I was like, yeah, the kids are not all right. The kids are not all right. It felt like it was pretty formulaic, and these are maybe protocols that we know to maybe override or change because this is the direction that she took with the information that you gave. Or even with that, I was just trying to be here and play my part in the farm and do my job. And then we have someone like this man here who was just supposed to be a little training sparring partner. And you take it this literal, and well, I'm here to serve and help, and you said it was because of his pain, so now he doesn't have one. This means you get the job, right? Like, what?
Girl.
That disconnect, those childlike tendencies, even the connection all the way down to the we, it's very alarming. Jane is scary. Jane is scary because you really don't know what's underneath there. I'm just hoping that everything that we feel in this episode is valid, and it's not like, well, no, Jane is actually just a human being. She is not. Some fell off the shelf, but she's just a skin to skin person. She's a normal girl. Is she? This just felt like, well, yeah, something in the program went unchecked, and we have to change that moving forward. but not would I ever want a colleague to lose his peen in the process. Jane is not okay, and we need to tweak and fix something before we put these things out into the public. I don't know.
Yeah, could have been part of her program, and let's fix it before we go further. Now, I just wanted to take a moment for a true dingbat, because there is never in any universe that I'm confronting Jane's ass, period. I know what Sinatra's doing. I know you're helping her. I know all of this. And when Jane said, and you're going to have to come through me, I said, oh, yeah, you're dead, Gabriella. So sorry, Gabs. Rest in peace, queen. I don't know why you do this. I don't know why you show all your cards. The best possibility is to operate under some guise of anonymity at this point, because as soon as Sinatra finds out, baby, you're a goner. And you know Jane's a hitter, the number one hitter down there. Why would you confront that lady, Tyra? This is just a dingiest of bats, Tyra. Because why?
The way I can't stand it, I know what you're up to, and I'm gonna tell you my plan type of moment. Like, I'm gonna stop you. Why would you come over here and do this? Like, I was like, oh, she got a team behind her. They're about to take Jane in. They're about to handle, handcuff, throw in the Patty Wagnerson, and she's about to take control over this whole narrative. Even if I have to come back Sinatra and take down my best good friend. No, you just came in here to show your hand? I was like, why? Oh my God. I really want them to do something with Gabby. I was like, unless there's a battery in your back that we don't know about, this is stupid behavior. Why would you come in here and tell her your next move? And it's face to face, like we're about to have a face off. I said, oh, you got hands? So you can fight? You good with weaponry? What are you about to do? What are you about to do that's up your sleeve that you felt bold enough to come in here and confront her, who can in turn tell Sinatra that you're on to us and the jig is up? Like, why would you come in here and do this? I'm hoping that Gabby has a bigger plan, but it is Gabby. This was the dumbest move that she could make. And then they're like face to face. I'm like, are you from the farm at this point? Are you some type of different prototype? And if we flip a button on your back, you could be just as formidable as Jane, because this makes no sense. At this point, everybody down there is from the farm, and this is all a charade.
Oh Lord, yeah, it just didn't make any. I couldn't, in my rational mind, make that make sense. But now we're back here, Tyra. We're back here, all right, on the mean streets, trying to find my wife. That's a good man, Savannah. Says, listen, if I don't make it, Gary, tell my wife I loved her and I went out trying to get her back. That's all I tried to do, Xavier. That's all I was trying to do, man. That's all. That's all I was trying to do. I'm sorry, Xavier. What you sorry for? The picture. The picture, Tyra. Told me everything I needed to know. The picture should have told you everything you needed to know last night. It should have brought your ass home last night, Xavier. I don't understand why we're over here playing with Gary. This makes no sense. You observe everything literally for a living, Xavier. You watch surroundings. You watch people's behaviors. Was your job as a Secret Serviceman, to observe people, to observe surroundings, to protect the president. And you mean to tell me you can't protect your damn self out here in these streets? You didn't notice anything quirky. You didn't read anything about this lunatic that you're dealing with. For him to set off, to detonate the incendiary device was very predictable to me. I just couldn't believe Xavier didn't see it. Next thing we see, he throws it. He lives, of course, because Xavier can't go out. But we're going to finish up this live and we're going to get out of here. But again, I don't know if it's her really. I can't trust it, Tyra. But you think this is really Terry?
It better be. Don't play with me. don't play with my time. It was the way Xavier talked to that patient. Hey, baby, it's Daddy Xavier. I just want you to know that I know that you know that I know if I don't find you, that our kids are. It's like, I don't know. Gary being the little devil on his shoulder, talking. Well, what do you? I was like, this just doesn't make any sense. Xavier should have saw Gary's motives coming from the moment he arrived there. I'm not going to even say in this moment. From the moment that he got there. If you felt enough beef to where I can't even trust you to hold this baby, why would we trust him in this moment? And even Gary's setting it off in slow motion. I'm sorry, Xavier. I was like, what is this? What is the sequence? The sequence is off. Feels very odd. But Xavier, surprise, moves out of the way just in time. After I'm like, what is he's gazing at this photo, and it's like some late revelation. Oh, you know what? He is kind of gazing at Terry a bit too much. Should I be alarmed? You think so? Duh. Like the blast happening and Terry running out. I'm hoping that it's her because now it's about what was going on with Gary and the motives. Why is he still the only one? I think there's still questions that need to be answered. Does he know something that we don't? What role? Like I'm hoping that it's her. If it's some damn illusion, child, please don't do that. We don't have time for that. We have enough stuff going on.
Because I swear she was locked up in a dungeon somewhere with Bean.
That's what I thought too. Because now it's like in the way that Gary feels about Terry, I don't think he would do anything to harm her. I was like, what? It has to be something bigger than him hoping to have taken Xavier out before she ever saw him or before he ever got to Terry. And it's like, well, that leaves an open door for me because now her husband's really dead. Like it has to be something more. Because Terry isn't the only one that's gone. Nobody's there. Something's going on, but I'm hoping it's bigger than that.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, but you know how we've seen that before in movies and shows. It'll be a crowd of people and you'll see that person, but that person's not really there. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what to expect from these people over here. They have changed the game and I just really, really don't know. I hope it's Terry. I hope they get a reunion. But then what are they going to do with Xavier? Because he did throw an explosive device in camp.
Well, if it's Terry, she can speak on his behalf and say, it's my wife. What I thought he was doing, you couldn't tell me that because we saw him rig and he's following and he's talking to Gary at the same time. I thought he was setting Gary up. And I was like, oh no, you're setting yourself up for Gary to pull the okie doke in slow motion at that. Because the way that Gary moves like Winnie the Pooh the bear. I said, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm hoping that it's Terry so we can just kind of get there. I just want to get there. I'm sorry.
Please, Lord, let us get there. But y'all, that was the episode in a nutshell. And at this point, I want to know theories. If you guys have any theories after the live, please be sure to leave it in the comment section. If you have any, drop them in the chat. Tyra, any new theories, any things that came out this episode that you think, any predictions for episode 7?
This is the Terminator part 5. Everybody's a synth or a cyborg. I think it's 50-50. I think the machines are coming. We have to prep. I think Sinatra is trying to stop Skynet, and whoever gets in her way about that, she's trying to protect human life, but maybe she has a tie to it because she was trying to get her son back, and then it turned into something more than she expected, and it's like, well, yeah, I just thought we could bring my son back, not this. Real people still matter. I don't know. It's just all over the place, and I don't know where we're going. I'm not mad at that, but I don't know where we're going. But all I know is that Jane is not a real person, and I'm going to stick with that.
We'll see. Again, I just don't know what to believe about Terry. It's cute and nice and warm, but why would she be the first to run out in the event of an explosion? I don't know. I have questions. And then where's Baby Bean? But we will see next week, you guys. Don't forget, if you haven't already, drop it in the comments. Let us know how you rated this episode and if you have any predictions for next week. But Tyra, anything you want to let people know before we get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe if you guys could drop down and let us know if you've seen Imperfect Women and if you care to discuss that one, because we're kind of on the fence with that. But we'll definitely be here to talk about Love Story. If you are now watching Love Story FX, please don't discount it because Ryan's name on it. It is a very good show, and I'm sure the next episode is going to be great. So be on the lookout for that Friday.
Yeah. And don't forget, you guys, immediately following this live, we'll be back to talk 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, season 8, episode 14, and the final descent of it all. But thank y'all so much for being here. And we know, Andrew, I know.
Always, boo.
But
We
like
love
crossing
y'all.
that last episode. It did. If it got, back to the point, and maybe they'll fix it for season 3. Thanks all. When are you resuming House of the Dragon, Tyra? I just caught that.
Oh, yeah, that. I mean, let me talk to Ashley behind stage. We will see y'all later.
Good night, y'all. See you guys in the next one.